One of Max's heroes from back then was a young man who worked hard and went to night school, called Morgan. Went to night school and was always inventing him. And one day he became the first man on the moon. And from that day he's been known as Morgan the Moon. Now a lot of people say that the Americans were the first to land a man on the moon, but no, that's not quite true, because the Americans were the first to land a man on the moon and then bring him back. Morgan, he never came back. I had a postcard from him. He said it is cheese, and in brackets, Catholic. Anyway, this is the Ballad of Morgan the Moon. Old Mark the mechanic, I remember him well. He once built a rocket, or so they will tell. From an old winding engine he found on the dole. 'Twas built in the Rhondda and powered by coal. Sing fa-la-ra-la-la-ra-lay. And when he had finished, he painted it red, and he called it Bethania, or so it is said. And he took up a mountain on a night late in June. To get that bit closer, said Morgan the Moon. Sing fa-la-ra-la-la-lay. Sleepy Treorchy was bathed in white light, as the shuddering hulk took off in the night. First a deafening scream, and then a great roar, then up past the houses old Morgan did go. His heat shield was glowing like anthracite coal, and we prayed to him in Cardiff in mission control. The barrow wheels dropped, as was previously planned, and Morgan prepared for Bethania to land. Sing fa-la-ra-la-la-lay. He landed like linen on a crusty old crater. Di said he'd get there sooner or later. So off Morgan went in the moon-swirling dust to collect some rock samples from the crater's hard crust. Sing fa-la-ra-la-la-lay. A strange piece of rock soon old Morgan found, just lying there shining on the dust-covered ground. He picked it up closely and he let out a call, 'cause written right through it in Welsh was Port Call. Sing fa-la-ra-la-lay. The Ballad of Morgan. There was another Morgan lived in the valleys. He was a shepherd, and they all called him Lucky Morgan. Lucky Morgan. 140 girlfriends, all called Barbara. I'll tell a lie. One was Mary. That was the black sheep of the family. Anyway, he was up on the hills one day and he saw this hitchhiker come along. Watched him, and the hiker got down in front of this stream and started scooping up water with one hand and drinking. Morgan was always a helpful guy, and he told him, "Hey man, don't drink there. Sheeps is a crapping in there." Nothing. Got a bit closer. "Hey man, sheeps is a crapping in there." And the guy looked up and he said, "I'm afraid I don't speak that heathen tongue. If you wish to converse with me, kindly speak in English." Morgan looked at him and he said, "Oh, English, is it?" he said. "English. All I said was, if you use two hands, you'll get more in." Which brings us nicely on to the next song, Hymns and Arias, another Max Boyce song. We paid our weekly shilling for that January trip, a long weekend in London, without a bit of kip. There's a seat reserved for beer from the boys from Abercorn. There's beer, pontoon, crisps and fags, and a croaking car on land. And we were singing hymns and arias, land of my fathers, and he who knows. Into Paddington we did roll with an empty crate of ale. Will has lost at cards and now his Western mail's for sale. But Will is very happy, though his money all is gone. He swapped 5 photos of his wife for one of Barry John. And he was singing hymns and arias, land of my fathers, and he who knows. We got to Twickers early and were jostled in the crowd. Planted leeks and dragons, looked for toilets all around. So many there we couldn't budge, twisted legs and pain. I'm ashamed we used a bottle that once held bitter ale. But we were singing hymns and arias, land of my fathers, and he who knows. Wales defeated England. It's my favourite line, I'll sing that again. Wales defeated England in a fast and open game. We sang Cwm Rhondda and Delilah, damn they sounded both the same. We commiserated with an Englishman whose team was doomed to fail. So we give him that old bottle that once held bitter ale. He started singing hymns and arias, land of my fathers, and he who knows. Blitz down to Paddock, down to Soho for the night, to the girls with the shiny beads, to the funny men with lipstick on, and evil minds and deeds. One spoke to Will from a doorway down, she didn't have much on, but Will knew what she wanted, his photo of Barry John. 'Cause she was singing